Será que o rap perdeu a mensagem? Hoje em dia, o que mais vale? Será que é a vibe ou a letra? O rap sempre foi conhecido por letras pesadas, histórias reais, mensagens profundas, mas algo mudou. Ao longo do tempo, isso deixou de ser o que define o sucesso de um rapper. Tem muitos rappers aí que na música não tem substância, mas ter a falta disso hoje em dia não define o sucesso de um rapper. E é claro, ainda existem rappers líricos, mas quando olhamos para o topo do streaming, para quem domina as paradas, não é esse rap consciente que está lá. E antes de seguirmos com o tema, eu sou o Denzel. Deixa o like, eu prometo que o teu dedo não vai cair por isso. Olhem aqui, pessoal, a brand do pai já está disponível alegadamente, mano. Não só alegadamente, porque está disponível realmente. Quem levantou essa discussão recentemente foi o rapper Russ. Ele disse que o rap nos últimos 10 anos mudou muito. Para ele, a música hoje não é mais sobre mensagem, é sobre criar vibe e a mensagem vem por último. Ou seja, a lírica não é mais priorizada.
So here's how I think rap music has changed in like the past 10 years, which I'm sure people are amped to hear my opinion on white guy talking about rap. Here we go. So I feel like the message used to be the meal and the sound used to be the seasoning. And now it feels like the sound, the rapper's voice, the flow, the beat, the melody, the delivery, that's the meal and the message is optional. It's like almost like everything except what's being said is what matters. And you know, I think streaming obviously changed the stakes. Like we went from ownership where it was exciting to like buy an album. I remember buying the Blueprint 3 and Kid Cudi's debut album the same day in Target. And you listen to the whole album because that is how we consumed music. And then with streaming, it went to blips, moments, moods, just songs, you know, quick skips, adding this to the playlist, not adding this. And so it just became about instant retention, like, and not long-term resonance. And I just feel like we went from being raised on like lyrical excellence, pen first lineage, you know, all the top rappers used to always just like, it was what they were saying. They all had quotables and lyrics that were tattooed on people's bodies and it was all about what was being said. They all sounded good too. The songs sounded good, but it was very much like a pen first lineage that like I feel like I grew up on. And now I feel like the audience is being raised on vibe curations. Now I'll say this, I get it, because when I listen to other genres, I'll admit, I'm just listening for vibe, mood, feeling, the whole thing. But I think it's nuanced. And not to disrespect other genres, but when I'm listening to other genres, I'm not going into it expecting any sort of poetic density. I do allow the sound to outweigh the substance because that's just, I guess, like how I'm conditioned to listen to those other genres. Not saying that they don't have poetic density to them and layers and all this stuff, but with rap, or at least the rap that I grew up on, we were conditioned to believe and kind of expect that language was the main instrument. And I know that the inception of rap was like part, you know what I mean? It wasn't super deep lyrical miracle stuff, but I'm just talking about the rap that I grew up on. And now, like I said, I just feel like everything except what's being said is what matters most. And it's almost like now, like I just feel for the artists who have something to say, but that the delivery system has muted meaning and amplified the importance of just sound. And so like now you gotta get a little creative with it and understand that you have to use like melody, flow, delivery, all that as like a Trojan horse to sneak in the message instead of leading message first and seasoning it with sound. That's if you want your to get heard. If you don't give a any of that, rock out. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely just interesting to see how the shift. It used to, in my opinion, used to just be a better balance of like what was being said was equally as important as how it was being said. Now it just seems like how it's being said, the beat, the flow, the rapper's voice, the delivery, the melody, that just super outweighs what's being said. Like, we don't even give a what's being said. So I don't know, just an observation.
Também saber selecionar beats que vão cativar pessoas. A seleção de beats é um ponto muito chave, mano. Tu pode ser um rapper com barras decentes, com um flow decente. E se tu souber escolher beat, bro, pode ter uma carreira. Mesmo se você não ter umas barras nice, mas onde você escolhe uns beats que a pessoa sente, tipo, esse beat. Porque
posso dizer que 90% das pessoas que curtem beats de fora, sim,
Nem entendem o que estão a falar.
estão a falar, mas grama daquela vibe, porque os beats animam, tá a ver?
Yeah,
Tá a ver? Ter uma boa seleção, não são todos os rappers de lá fora que são bons, mano. Não são todos, mano. São alguns, tá a ver? Então, mas eles estão fazendo mais nem dinheiro, porque tipo, vibe, bro, e também ter uma identidade sua.
Bem, eu concordo plenamente com isso. Querem um exemplo? O rapper britânico Nems. Eu não digo que Nems não é lírico. Em UK é quase que obrigatório um rapper ser lírico para ter sucesso, mas Nems não faz um rap super lírico. Mesmo com letras simples, ele consegue colocar algo muito profundo ali. Essa é a verdade. Muitos rappers gringos, tu nem precisas entender inglês para perceber que porra nenhuma está sendo dita. DJ Academics teve alguns pontos interessantes para agregar no que o Russ falou.
I keep telling you, like, most of these artists, they don't really get to be, they don't even see it feasible to get to Drake's level, or to Kendrick's level, or to J. Cole's level. So these niggas ain't really trying. But eventually, at a point, there is gonna be an artist, or a couple of artists, that's gonna be their barometer. And this is what I'm saying about, like, the Drakes, the Kendricks, and even the J. Coles. We need new artists. We need new artists that we're going to be invested for the next 10 years into their life. I think we need these new artists to be on that level. And right now, we're in a place where niggas are chasing the bag. And as long as you're getting a little check, oh, you're getting a little 25,000 per show or 30,000 per show. These niggas don't want to be the guys who, like, they're not going for it. They're not checking the boxes. You got to check the boxes. Let's say a Yeet. Yeet, you got a great fan base. But nigga, you got to lyrically get up there. You got to do more than this music that you're doing to try to get other people in your fan base. And this is why sometimes when y'all be like getting at Drake or even Cole or, I mean, Kendrick to some extent, I got to defend him. Why? Because Drake could have made songs like, you're the best I ever had. He could have made sing-songy songs all day. You know what he did? He said, oh no, I'm going to show you niggas I could rap. I'm going to show you I could really rap. Then he said, no, I'm going to show you I could do real R&B. Then he said, I'm going to show you I could do features. He tried to check every box. I feel like new artists these days, they get to one spot of success and they never challenge themselves. That's why they can't get bigger, right? So now we're in this phase where, like, especially what Russ is saying, we're not seeing a lot of diversity, but we're not seeing a lot of diversity because, first of all, there's no lyrical niggas that's kind of like popping, like just off lyricism. It would take the guys who are already popping to show us that they got lyrical prowess. Like, for example, I seen Uzi try to do it for a little bit, but I don't know what happened. These artists gotta, and this is why X was so fucking special. Because X was gonna check all the boxes. If it had to be just singing, yes. Cross genre, the nigga could do country. If it just had to be him in a cypher just barring it up, that was him. If it was him supposed to be on some killer, yes. If it was him to be on some emo, yes. If it was him to be on some heartbreak, I love women, yes. We need artists like that. That's gonna be the next superstars, and that's why, you know, rest in peace to X-Men. We got robbed of a superstar. Oh, obviously Juice WRLD as well, but we're looking for those type of artists who are not just like, you know what I mean? Like, this is why I can't compare many artists to like X, and I hold him in such a high regard because he never did just one thing. He did 10 things at a high level. He was 99 doing 10 things. He was 99 in rapping, 99 in like creativity and this eclectic type of music. Nigga was playing the guitar. The nigga was doing everything, bro. We got to find an artist like that. Unfortunately, I don't think the current landscape lends to encourage artists to do that because they get a back. Like, yo, most of these niggas, like, once they're getting $70,000 to go perform at Rolling Loud, they're like, why do I need to go step out of my comfort zone? I'm getting paid $70,000 for this festival. I could go get $40,000 by myself. Why do I need to keep pushing the, you know?
Deixe a vossa opinião em relação a tudo isso. Eu particularmente curto um rapper lírico como Jack Harlow, Dave, Central C. E ao mesmo tempo curto rappers que não dizem nada. Deixe as vossas opiniões em relação a tudo isso.